What is up, Texas hockey fans, and welcome back to Clean Sheet of Ice, a Texas hockey podcast. Tonight, Thursday, October 9th, the season finally started for the Dallas Stars in dramatic fashion, as is tradition with this team. Last year started this way against the Nashville Predators. Couldn't score on the power play. Tight game against a division foe. We did it again. The Stars, dramatic game against the Winnipeg Jets up in Winnipeg. The Stars win 5-4 against the Winnipeg Jets for the first game of the 2025-2026 season. Stars are 1-0. Welcome to Clean Sheet of Ice, Texas Hockey Podcast, brought to you by Zing Zang, America's #1 Bloody Mary mix. We love Zing Zang. Zang responsibly all season long. Had one right before the game started, and I was having a little bit of fun, a little bit of Zing Zang in my system. I zanged responsibly, obviously. Had to do this podcast afterward. But we love Zing Zang, America's #1 Bloody Mary mix. Welcome back to Clean Sheet of Ice, Texas Hockey Podcast. What a game. My goodness, that third period was blissful for half of it, and then the next half of it was terrifying and scary, and I started to doubt some things, but we got through it. So let's go through the game. First period, first several minutes, seemed like both teams were kind of figuring out what was going on, shaking the cobwebs out from the new season. It was a little tough at the start. They couldn't get entries. It seemed like the same old Winnipeg Jets game where Stars weren't getting entries into the zone. They weren't able to figure it out, how to get it in, get offensive time in the zone. And it was a little tough sledding, but as is tradition, Mikko Rantanen scores the first goal of the Stars season. Sam Steele called it when they did that little video after practice during Wednesday's morning skate that they had for practice. They all came in and gave their pick for who was going to score the first goal of the season. Sam Steele called Mikko Rantanen. Great call by him. Sam Steele, however, great forecheck on that. The forecheck was incredible. He was able to keep that puck alive. He gets it into the zone towards Rupe, just kind of cross crease, gets it in the right spot. Rupe kind of fires it up, gets it over to Mikko. Mikko just has a wide open net. Hellebuck's by no man's land. He's nowhere near the goal. Mikko just gets a tap in for his first goal of the season. Just a great play from the top line. Sam Steele starting on the top line tonight. Robo was down on the third line with Wyatt Johnston. Don't get mixed up by the lines, guys. It's going to be fluid for the first probably 20 games of the season. We're going to see a lot of Robo up with the top line and down with the third line. We're just going to see what happens. Glenn Gullidson's going to figure it out. You're going to figure out what lines work for him best and what lines work for the Stars best and the players on the ice. So we're going to get through that. But Steele, he held his own on that top line. He went down with the fourth line with Radek Foxen and Nathan Bastian at some points, and he was kind of all up and down throughout the game. But he started off pretty good with that top line. Mikko Rantanen obviously getting the first goal of the season was awesome. They ended up giving a goal up fairly soon after, so it's 1-1. But the Stars looked really good. They had a lot of pressure. They had a lot of really good shots on net on Connor Hellebuck. The battle of USA goalies between Jake Ottinger and Connor Hellebuck was an interesting one. Through the first two periods, it was a very goalie-driven game. They were kind of standing on their heads. There weren't a ton of crazy saves, but good saves, I would say, for both sides with Hellebuck and Ottinger. But Nils Lundqvist, welcome back, bud. Welcome back to the squad. I noticed it the other day in practice. Nils Lundqvist was very fast. He's so fast in comparison to, say, Esa Lindell or Ilya Labushkin or Cody Ceci last year or Matt Dumba. Like, Nils has a lot of speed and a lot of puck skills. And on that goal, he gets the 2-1 lead with Nils Lundqvist scoring that goal, gets the lead back. It's 2-1, but he looked good on that offensive possession. He looked decent on defense. I'm not too worried about it right now. He's playing with Thomas Harley, so that's going to help out a lot on your offensive side. The defense is kind of where we're going to be a little bit shaky, but that's okay. Nils was in the right position. He's at the, I don't know, in between the two dots. He's kind of top of the key. Like, he's just in the slot. And Mikko Rantanen finds him. Mikko Rantanen sends that puck to Nils. Is very similar to Harley's Game 6 winner against the Jets in round 2 this past season, where it just kind of came cross ice. Hellebuck's not able to catch up to it. Nils sends it to the top left corner. It's a goal. Almost identical. Not exactly the same, but fairly similar in that sense. So it's 2-1. Stars are winning at that point, and chaos is going to ensue in the third period. But before we get to that, I want to give a shout out to our new sponsor, Underdog Fantasy. We love Underdog Fantasy. Use promo code CSOI, like Clean Sheet of Ice, CSOI, when you sign up. Get up to to $100 in bonus funds or bonus entries when you play your first $5. So if you play $5 with Underdog Fantasy using code CSOI, you'll get up to $100 in bonus funds. Tonight, I won some money. Not a big deal. Won some money. Had higher than on Tyler Seguin, Mikko Rantanen, and Kyle Connor shots. They smashed their higher thans. Easy way to win money is hit the higher than on the guys that are going to shoot the puck a lot. Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl, Mikko Rantanen. Those guys are all going to shoot the puck a lot every night. You just got to pick 2 players from each team or 2 different teams playing in that game. You can get up to 6 entries in there. You can make your entries go to crazy numbers on that, like 10x, 20x, 30x on Underdog Fantasy. So use promo code CSOY when you sign up. It must be 18 or older, or 19 or older in Alabama and Nebraska, 19 or older in Colorado for some games, 21 or older for Arizona, Massachusetts, and Virginia, and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Offered not valid in Maryland, Michigan, New Jersey, New York, Ohio, and Pennsylvania. Concerned with your play, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org. In New York, call the 24/7 HOPEline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. That's code CSOI on Underdog Fantasy. Win some money this hockey season with Underdog Fantasy. We love them. Use promo code CSOI. Play your first $5. Get up to $100 in bonus funds. We love Underdog Fantasy. I won some money tonight. It's easy for you to win some money tonight. Go do it. Love Underdog. But the third period was insane. I don't even know what happened. It just was a lot of chaos happening. I'm checking the timestamps on the goals that happened in the third period right now. It was pure chaos. There was a 5-on-3 power play starting the power play off in the third period, 5-on-3 with about a little bit over a minute left. And I was sitting there, I was like, golly, man, if they don't score on a 5-on-3, this game's going to be real tough sledding because the Jets are never going to go away. I know they're hurt. I know they're banged up a little bit, but they're never going to go away. And we know that. But Jason Robertson gets his first goal of the season, 101 into the third period. It's a power play goal from Mikko Rantanen and Roope Hintz. Mikko's up to 2 points at this point. Mikko's really fucking good, dude. And Robo was in the right spot. Robo did a great job of just giving a soft kind of tip touch on the puck on the ice, get it elevated a little bit, hits Connor Hellebuck in the chest, plops right back down on the ground. Robo just taps it right back in, elevates it a little bit. But Robo just high hockey IQ on that play, being able to get that puck in the right part and not just shoving it into Connor Hellebuck's glove or his blocker and just letting it bounce out. It bounced straight down. Robo gets the goal. You're up 3-1. You're like, all right. Okay, we're good. We're fine. We're good. Just mere seconds later, after the faceoff, Matt Duchene just streaking down the ice, screaming down the ice. I mean, he's going so fast. He does his patented 360, stop and go 360, where he stops, turns around, and then he feeds the puck backdoor to Tyler Seguin for a tap-in goal with a wide open net. Yeah, it couldn't have been an easier goal for Tyler Seguin. I've been saying to friends, I've said it online, Tyler Seguin's going to have a monster year this year. He looks really healthy. He looks like he's having fun. The guy's always looking like he's having fun, but he looks really healthy, really fast. His shot looks incredibly fast right now. There were some guys beating up on Jake Ottinger in practice the other day. Like Seguin was one of them. I think he went 4 for 5 on Otter in this little 5-on-0 drill. So it's a little bit harder for the goalie, but Seguin's shot looks really good. He gets his first goal of the season. Dutchy with the great setup there. Awesome play. Just the stop and go 360 backdoor setup from Dutchy was incredible. Shout out to Dutchy. That new hat that I wore last week was awesome. So go get one of those, the Dutchy Music Hall and Bar. Like, those are great hats. But Dutchy's first assist of the season, Tyler's first goal of the season. Great shot. Great mood right now. I'm just in a happy mood when this is happening. Like, wow, this is happening so fast. That happened 34 seconds apart, that those 2 goals. I was like, all right, well, we can kind of cruise now into the win, have an easy one, just get to Colorado on Saturday night and you're 1-0 against a division foe. Like, it's a meaningful game, even though it's only game one. It's a meaningful game towards the end of the season. And then it made it even better. Wyatt Johnston gets another goal. It's 2 minutes and 22 seconds, the span of those 3 goals in the third period. Insane. Chaos. Craziness. Like, I don't even know what happened in that Wyatt goal. I couldn't even see it. It just happened. It just went top shelf in the middle of the slot. And 2 minutes and 22 seconds, there's 3 goals. The Stars are sitting there at 5-1. The Stars then go on the power play again. Again, they go on the power play. And I'm like, wow, we're going to be just fine here. Maybe you get another one, make it 6-1, and this game's over. They're not even going to pull the goalie. It's not going to matter. That didn't happen. The bad started to happen. Looked like the Stars took their foot off of the gas a little bit. They weren't playing as hard in the offensive zone, trying to keep it there. The Jets started pushing really hard, like the Jets we've seen in the past, where they get that offensive pressure. They're capitalizing on mistakes. They're doing all the little things right. The Jets got 2 shorthanded goals in that power play. 2 in one power play. Not good. Not good. Morgan Barron, he's the one that scored the first power play goal. He comes right out of the box. They fire it up to him. He's kind of one-on-one with Jake Ottinger, and that happens. So it's 5-2, and I'm sitting there like, all right, it's fine. It's okay. Everything's okay. Everything's going to be fine. It's 5-2. There's still a lot of time left. Obviously, that just came just before 10 minutes in the period, and you're like, okay, it's 10:07 left. You can't just cruise to the finish line now, but you can get to the finish line at 5-2. You're up 3 goals. You should be fine. Then Robert Tiffin, after the next one goes in, which was Kyle Connor for his second goal of the night, shorthanded. Then Robert Tiffin tweeted out that he remembers a game from last season against the Canadian team from Vancouver, possibly, that things started to go awry when the Stars had scored their 5th goal, and it looked like it was going to be okay, and then it absolutely was not okay. I didn't appreciate that, Robert. I wish you hadn't said that and brought up that bad memory of the Vancouver game from last season at the end of the year, but we got through it. The shorthanded happened. It got a little scary. There was some big saves. There was some big blocks from the defenders, and the Stars had 18 block shots, which was good. I thought they played really physical, and I thought they played well. That third period got a little shaky after they got up 5-1, and I think that's going to be a moment of teaching from Glenn Gulletson. He's going to be like, all right, look, guys, I understand you did all of these really good things. You kept the pressure on for 2.5 periods. You got to the 10-minute mark, and then it all went to shit. You can't let it all go to shit every single time when you get a 5-1 lead. So that's something they're going to have to work on. You can't let that happen again. And Kyle Connor got his 3rd goal to make it 5-4, and then buttholes clenched. He's just sitting there like clenching cheeks, just terrified of what's going to happen. It didn't happen. Connor Hellebuck loses the Battle of USA goalies in the first matchup of it. The Stars will be back there in a couple months in Winnipeg. Stars win 5-4. The standouts from this game for me was Mikko Rantanen. I mean, that first 2 periods or so, like, he's flying up and down the ice. He's physical. On the setup that he got to Nils, he does like a backwards check when he has the puck and kind of throws a little bit of an elbow, a little bit of a shoulder into the other guy's face, which worked out great, kept him off of the puck. He was able to keep it a little bit longer, sends it over to Nils, gets the goal. He's in the right position on that first goal to get the first goal of the season, first goal of the game. He looked incredible, and he was feisty. He's getting in people's faces. He's cross-checking people away from the play. He's doing all the things that Mikko Rantanen does. He went to the box, obviously, but everything that we saw out of Mikko Rantanen in the really good games in the playoffs last season, that's what we saw tonight, October 9th against the Winnipeg Jets, first game of the season. He looked like he was right back to where he was in late April. So that is awesome. We'd love to see that out of your $12 million player. The next thing I thought that stood out from the game was physicality and feistiness. You didn't see it too much under the last regime of Pete DeBoer, and we've seen a lot of players come out and say, like, yeah, this system and this environment's a lot different than it has been in the past. And they're not saying it's bad in the past, but they're not saying it was good. This was a lot more fun version of hockey. I think they were allowed to be hockey players and make their own plays and make mistakes when they did, and make plays when they were allowed. Like, they were just allowed to go be hockey players, and they were allowed to go hit people. Liam Bischel's all over the place hitting as many people as possible. Mikko Rantanen's throwing hits. Jason Robertson's throwing hits. Like the guys that you don't see throwing hits last season until the playoffs started, they're throwing hits already in game one. That was something that Glenn Gulletson brought up in his introductory press conference, is that he wanted to be more physical from game 1 through 82 instead of starting to get physical in 83. So I think that's a big uptick. Obviously, you didn't out-hit them because in the last period, the Jets were fighting back and they were throwing as many hits and as many shots as possible. So you got out-hit, but the physicality and the feistiness were there, which I did not see last season. So I thought that was good. They outshot the Winnipeg Jets 37-25. We never saw that against Winnipeg in Winnipeg last season, maybe even the season before. It was very rare that the Stars were able to outshoot the Jets in Winnipeg. I thought that was huge. I thought that was fun. They were putting as many opportunities as they could on net and making sure that they didn't waste opportunities in the offensive zone. So I thought that was huge, 37-25 shots on net. And then the last standout from the game was the defense is going to need some time to adjust to the new system. We're not doing the whole man-on-man thing anymore. We're playing a little bit more zone. It's going to be different. The forwards have a lot more responsibility, I think, towards the net and picking up where the defense kind of lets off a little bit or goes to find someone in the corner. The center or one of the wings have to come down and kind of defend the point. There was a few moments in that game that I saw that I noticed that it wasn't very tight. It wasn't very crispy on the defensive side of the zone. So that was a little bit tough to watch, but it's a new system, and all of these players have been playing in the Pete DeBoer system for several years now, or even the system before with Rick Bowness. It's all a little bit different. So they're going to take time to adjust. So don't freak out about the defense just yet. Give it 20 games. Let them kind of come into the system and figure it out in games. It's going to be a lot different than it was in the preseason. Everyone's going to be playing a lot harder. You're not going to have AHL or OHL guys out there playing with you. It's all NHL guys, so it's going to be a lot harder. So I wouldn't freak out about the defense yet, but I would just kind of pay attention to it. Just see the things, see the little nuances that we didn't see last season. Like man-on-man was tough because if one guy got beat, the other guy has to go step up and take on that guy, and then another guy's open. So that was the problem. This is going to help shore up a lot of that, this defensive system, but it's going to take some time to adjust to. So don't freak out. Don't panic yet. And then final piece, not from the game. It's what I learned on Wednesday at practice. Had a lot of fun at practice. Looks like the guys are having a lot of fun. I went up to Jake Ottinger in the locker room after practice, and I was like, hey, have you seen the third jersey yet? And he says, no. And I was like, do you know what the third jersey looks like? He said, no. All he knows is that it's dark and that it's coming out after Thanksgiving. So for everyone wanting a jersey answer, there's your answer. It's coming out after Thanksgiving, probably Black Friday is when we'll see it on socials for the first time, and it'll be probably at the hangar in the stores for Hanger Hockey and all that kind of stuff online. So don't freak out about the jersey. I've got a little birdie in my ear telling me that it's a pretty similar to that black reverse retro, but I would look for the star bottom that is so famous from the 99 Cup season, the bottom of the jersey being in the shape of a star. I think that's what we're looking at. It's going to be black. It's going to be victory green. It's a really cool jersey based on the mock-ups that I've seen, but we're going to have to wait another month and a half. It's going to be the end of November. After Thanksgiving is when we're going to be able to see that for the first time and get it in stores. So third jersey's coming. It looks awesome from what I've seen. I can't wait for it. But Stars win 5-4 against the Winnipeg Jets, win an awesome Central Division matchup in Winnipeg, 5-4. It was a thriller. It was scary all the time. But shout out to our sponsor, Zing Zang. We love Zing Zang. Zang responsibly all season long with the Blazing Bloody Mary mix, the regular Bloody Mary mix, the Michelada mix, the Margarita mix. All of it's great by Zing Zang. Zang responsibly all season long. And shout out to Underdog. Use promo code CSOI, like clean sheet of ice, CSOI, when you play your first $5 and get up to $100 in bonus funds. Win some money with Underdog Fantasy. We love Underdog. We love Zing Zang. We love the Stars. Welcome back to hockey season. We're back to 2 episodes a week for Clean Sheet of Ice. Can't wait to get back to it next week with Dom. It's going to be a lot of fun. That episode will come out on Wednesday next week. That's it. That's it for Clean Sheet of Ice. It feels so good to have hockey back in our lives. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already on YouTube at Apollo HOU or wherever you get Clean Sheet of Ice on audio platforms like Apple and Spotify. We love you guys. We'll be back next week with another episode of Clean Sheet of Ice, Texas Hockey Podcast.